Welcome back, everybody. My name's Token D Rock here with another video. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on Australia cracking down on crypto, Cuba looking to recognize and regulate crypto, particular beer companies getting into NFTs, and plenty more, so stay tuned. First things first, we've got to take a look at the market. Bitcoin dominance is slowly but surely climbing downwards. It's at 43.7%. Bitcoin is looking a little shaky going into the weekend. We've got some expirations with the end of the month coming. So will Bitcoin dip below 40, 47, 46K? Who knows? Time will tell. Be careful if you're buying altcoins. Pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing. Spread out those buys, dollar cost average. You know the drill. Our first bit of news today comes over from Australia. Just 2 days ago, their Senate passed the Identify and Disrupt bill, which introduces 3 new warrants, allowing authorities to take unprecedented action against cyber criminals. The new warrant includes authorizing police to hack the personal computers and networks of suspected criminals, seize control of their online accounts and identities, and disrupt their data. Karen Andrews, of Home Affairs Minister, praised the broad expansion of powers. She said, under our changes, the AFP will have more tools to pursue organized crime gangs, keep drugs off our streets and out of our communities, and those who commit the most heinous crimes against children. There were a few people who were not about this. Senator Lydia Thorpe of minor party The Greens slammed the bill for hastening Australia's march down the path to becoming a surveillance state. In effect, this bill would allow spy agencies to modify, copy, or delete your data with a data disruption warrant, collect intelligence on your online activities with a network activity warrant. Also, they can take over your social media and other online accounts and profiles with an account takeover warrant. What's worse, she said, the disruption data and network activity warrant could be issued by a member of the Administration of Appeals Tribunal. It's outrageous that these warrants won't come from a judge or superior court. I wholeheartedly agree with Lydia Thorpe. This is a step in the wrong direction for Australia. It's a step into making Australia more of a surveillance state than it already is. I mean, if you take a look at what's going on in Australia, it's really horrific stuff, you guys. We're seeing the abuse of human rights on a grand scale in the name of safety. Something like a death and a half on average daily have caused these lockdowns that are taking place right now in Australia, and the people are fed up. Like, we're locking down over 1.5 deaths daily. This is ridiculous. And, just like Australia's government, plenty of other governments around the world have taken similar measures, have made similar excuses, have made similar reasons as to why they are doing X, Y, and Z, but it's for your safety. And to be frank with you guys, this shit will continue until people have had enough and they take a stand collectively. Headed over to El Salvador for our next bit of news. According to Reuters, on Tuesday, the Regional Development Banks expects other Central American nations to pay close attention to Bitcoin's impact on remittance costs in El Salvador. Speaking to Reuters, Dante Masse, the executive president of the Central American Bank for Economic Integration, stated that neighboring countries will be incentivized to follow El Salvador's example if Bitcoin offers significant cost reduction in the remittance market. The executive described El Salvador's Bitcoin adoption policy as an out-of-this-world experiment that could foster great financial inclusion in the country. Thus, the regional bank is helping El Salvador to create a technical framework for Bitcoin adoption. According to Carlos Sanchez, investment chief at the Central American Bank for Economic Integration, the regional bank is keen on helping El Salvador ensure compliance with global money laundering rules as the country attempts to utilize Bitcoin as a parallel currency. Sanchez described the process as being akin to navigating yet to be explored waters. The Central American Bank for Economic Integration assistance flies in the face of opposition and criticism from the International Monetary Fund. Indeed, the move could be seen as an indication of Bitcoin's ability to drive significant monetary policy discussions, at least on a national and regional level. even if the global financial establishment remains anti-Bitcoin. If you recall in last video, we went over how El Salvador is launching 200 Chivo ATMs in anticipation for Bitcoin becoming legal tender on September 7th. Why is this a big deal? Well, if we recall, President of El Salvador said that El Salvadorans will be able to withdraw cash 24 hours a day without paying a commission on their holdings from these 200 Chivo ATMs for Bitcoin. And if someone doesn't want to use it, they won't be forced to use it. They can continue going over to Western Union and paying a commission, not being able to withdraw cash 24 hours a day. Essentially, as more and more citizens from neighboring countries see how much money the citizens of El Salvador save via remittance fees by using the Chivo ATM, the Bitcoin wallet app, etc., they're going to catch on and they're going to ask their legislators to implement similar policies like making Bitcoin legal tender. So overall, this is very, very bullish for Bitcoin and crypto by and large. Our next news is out of Cuba. According to Al Jazeera, the Caribbean nation's central bank will establish rules for mainstreaming cryptocurrency transactions. Cuban authorities are also expected to distribute relevant licenses to businesses based on the crypto-related services they provide. Some sources claim that the move to allow cryptocurrency as legal tender has been well received by Cuba's tech-savvy population, as the country had to temporarily stop accepting cash bank deposits in the United States dollar, given tighter restrictions set by former U.S. President Donald Trump. So here we have yet another country looking to recognize and regulate cryptocurrency as opposed to outright banning it. This is good for Bitcoin and crypto as a whole. What we're seeing over in El Salvador is that they're looking to make Bitcoin legal tender, and they're going to have first mover advantage. Other countries are looking to see how this turns out, and just like that's taking place over in Central America, I think we could see something similar happen in the Caribbean with Cuba. If Cuba recognizes and regulates crypto in the right way, I think it'll send dominoes falling one after another in the Caribbean as well, just like Central America with El Salvador. So overall, I think this is very good for Bitcoin and crypto by and large. Headed back on over to the US for our next bit of news. A new survey has found that more than 1 in 10 American citizens aged between 18 to 34 have invested part of their COVID-19 stimulus checks into crypto assets. The survey, conducted by CNBC and research firm Momentive, queried 5,530 adults and found that 11% of survey participants had purchased cryptocurrency with their stimulus money. Roughly half of the respondents were found to have funneled their stimulus money into investments broadly, 15% seeking exposure to stocks, 9% investing in mutual funds, and 6% backing exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. The majority of young Americans appear bullish on cryptocurrency's future prospects, with 60% of survey participants indicating they see digital assets as a long-term investment. By contrast, 21% described crypto as a short-term investment, while 26% said they are engaging with the market out of excitement. Crypto appetites among young Americans also appear to be growing, with the Harris poll carried out in March indicating that only 7.5% of respondents had invested their stimulus checks into digital assets at the time. The Momentive poll also noted a surge in investment interest among millennials and Gen Zers during 2020. The survey found that the most young Americans used mobile trading apps to invest, while social media is their dominant source of a market analysis. Those who were game enough to invest their first stimulus check into crypto last year are reaping handsome rewards. According to Bitcoin Stimulus, citizens who invested the entirety of the first 1,200 stimulus checks issued on April 15th of 2020 into Bitcoin would currently be sitting on more than $8,600, a 620% gain. I think it's very cool that we're seeing Gen Zers and millennials seeing the writing on the wall that inflation's coming, so you might as well invest into assets that are going to be a hedge against that, whether it's backing exchange traded funds like ETFs, mutual funds, buying stocks, buying gold, silver, buying Bitcoin and crypto. They're all hedges against inflation. I'm glad to see that younger generations are waking up to that fact. Not to mention, they also point out that if you put your first $1,200 stimulus dollar check into Bitcoin on April 15th, you would have seen a 620% gain, and you would be currently sitting on more than $8,600. Now, imagine if you put that money in Ethereum. Ethereum was as low as $150 that week that this first stimulus check went out. Cardano was well under 5 cents. Chainlink was not even $4 yet. Massive gains if you're holding long term. You got to think long term, and that's what I think we're going to see. Is we're going to see a lot of these investors realize, hey, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't just take this 3x. Maybe I should think more longer term. Maybe I should just hodl and wait until I see a 10x or a 20x or who knows, maybe a 100x. So I think more and more people are waking up to the fact that inflation's here and you gotta buy assets to hedge against it. There's no other way around it. Our last bit of news has to deal with Budweiser, a subsidiary of Anheuser-Busch InBev, appears to unofficially sanction a piece of non-fungible token or NFT art after purchasing it for use on its Twitter profile. According to records from the OpenSea marketplace, the beer producer purchased a Budweiser branded rocket ship NFT on August 24th for 8 Ether, or roughly $25,704. The company used the Life of Party image featuring 3 beer cans making up the body of the rocket ship for its official Twitter profile picture that you can see right here. The time of publication, Budweiser's 224,900 followers can still view the image. Acknowledging the NFT creator, Tom Sachs, with a retweet, Budweiser seems to be taking another step in the crypto and blockchain space with the latest purchase. On August 11th, the company also bought the domain name beer.eth through Ethereum name service on OpenSea for 30 ETH, or more than $96,000 at the time of publication. What's interesting to point out is that they're not the only subsidiary to do something like this. Back in June, over in the UK, Stella Artois released a series of branded skin NFTs to be used on horses in the digital racing game Zed Run. And back in 2020, Anheuser-Busch piloted a platform allowing customers to track the supply network of their beers on the blockchain. Who knows what's next for Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch? Overall, I think this is very good for the crypto space. That about does it for today's video, everyone. If you enjoyed it and learned something new, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. Got some links down below for you to check out, so please do so. Earn some free passive income on the crypto you're hodling long term with BlockFi and Celsius. Get trading today over on Binance US. Stay up to date with crypto prices over on CoinMarketCap. Stay up to date with your favorite altcoin events and news on CoinMarketCal. Follow us over on Facebook group for occasional callouts here and there. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Until next time, everyone, take care. My name's Token D Rock.